There is a group of friends of George Floyd holding a news conference right now, including former NBA star Stephen Jackson. Let's listen to some of that.
Appreciate you all being here. God bless you all.
That's right. Let's go.
Fannie Lou Hamer once said, "We are sick and tired of being sick and tired." And I stand here today exhausted. Black Minnesota, we're done dying. And white Minnesota, you are done hiding. This has been a white Wakanda for far too long, where black bodies drop like flies and nobody does anything. I want to commend Chief Arredondo for taking the right steps and immediately firing those officers. We want to be very clear that we stand with the first African-American chief.
That's right.
Now, Mike Freeman, where you at?
That's right.
Because we saw where you were at with Justine Damond when it was a white woman in South Minneapolis. We saw where you were and how eager you were to charge and prosecute a black Somali Muslim man.
That's right.
Now we want that same justice. We are here reclaiming our time and reclaiming our humanity.
That's right.
Enough is enough. We want all 4 of the officers arrested
That's right.
and charged and eventually convicted.
That's right.
Those 4 officers stood, kneeled, and killed George Floyd. All humanity should be outraged. I also want to tell you all, what you're witnessing in Minnesota is something that's been a long time coming. I can't tell you how many governors I've sat down with, how many mayors we've sat down with, and we've warned them that if you keep murdering black people, the city will burn. We have stopped the city from burning numerous times, and we are not responsible for it burning now. Mike Freeman is holding up progress. Poverty and oppression is holding up progress. This is not simply looting, this is an uprising. An uprising of the oppressed people.
That's right.
And we also need to call out that there are many disruptors in the midst.
That's right. Come on, talk about
Media, you need to cover the undercover
That's
cops
right.
who have been breaking these windows and breaking into businesses. We have images of buildings that have been burnt on fire with specific triangles cut out. These kids are not equipped to do those type of things. So stop painting them out to be monsters. This is your moment where you're trying to create super predators again. We see what you're doing. You're calling in the National Guard. And I got a word to President Trump, and I want to make sure y'all get this word to him. I think that it's crazy that we're in the middle of a global pandemic, COVID-19, and you haven't sent a mask or any resources to the black people in Minnesota. But you were quick to send your troops to kill us? We already been saying it's open season all over the nation, and you just opened it up even more. You were crying, liberate Minnesota when it came to economics, property, and money.
Yeah. Come on, Leslie, talk.
When are you going to tell them to liberate black people in America?
That's right.
Come on.
Anyone who believes in humanity, we are asking for you to stand up. This is not just a black people issue. This is a human rights issue, and we are pleading with you. Young people, we are standing with you. We want you to know that there's multiple ways to get your point across, and we are here to help you. You have a village that will help you strategize. I know that you are operating out of pain, and since no one else will talk to you, they just keep talking at you and keep referring to you, but I haven't seen one of them on the ground trying to de-escalate any situation. I've been getting tear gas with you, and I haven't thrown a rock yet. At some point, it's called defense.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And so again, I will say, black Minnesota is done dying, and white Minnesota, you are done hiding. Your white Wakanda has been discovered, and it's time for black people, humanity to be recognized.
That's right.
My God.
This is breaking news. Some friends and supporters, including Leslie Resman, the president of the NAACP in Minneapolis, speaking at a news conference right now. Heather?